Howard Stern Show.
You recorded your first album on Neil Young's ranch.
Mm-hmm.
And even that kind of gets bad. Everything turns bad. Well, it turns bad in the sense that, and I hate this, I sometimes feel when I'm around new people, certain people are too hip for the room. Like you're not cool enough. You're hanging out with Neil Young, and he's sitting there playing the piano or doing his thing. And you describe that, you say, oh, Neil, what you're playing there, is that a C chord? Which is a perfectly legitimate question, I think.
I was reaching. I was just trying to find some way to talk to him.
Okay, fair enough. And so you say, Neil, is that a C chord? You describe he gets up from the piano, doesn't say a word, and walks out on you.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
Does he ever come back? Nothing.
Well, then his daughter.
There was a 1-2 punch.
Here's the second punch.
Okay.
The daughter gets a hold of you, and she says he ignores you if he thinks what you say is stupid.
Yeah, she said, "Don't worry, he always ignores you when he thinks what you say is stupid." I was like, "Ouch."
Yeah, but you're laughing now. But that is just Neil Young had to be a hero of yours, right?
Yeah.
And you're like thrilled to be on his ranch recording. I mean, that's got to sting, right? You've heard enough of that shit your whole life.
Yeah, it was par for the course for my life. And we ended up, getting along great afterwards.
Do you get along great? Do you think that's a man's manipulation to put a woman in her place? And
I don't think so. I even wouldn't doubt that he didn't hear me. I have no idea. It's all fine with me. It's all, I was happy to be at the ranch. No, I mean, we never even were around each other. I wasn't recording at his ranch as a favor to me. It was a favor to Ben Keith, who was a mutual friend.
Right.
He helped produce Harvest and Harvest Moon, and I was using Neil's band.
Right.
But Neil wrote a quote for the back of my book, a really flattering quote, and I ended up touring with him, and he ended up mentoring me and really giving me great advice. And
so there was more to the story than that.
Yeah.
That's all I zero in.
I mean, I was just like a punk kid that didn't know anything, and
I would kill myself because that, to me, it's like, oh man, I've had that kind of rejection from people, men and women, and it's like just debilitating when they do stuff like that.
But Howard, you have a bit of that in you.
What?
What?
Are you crazy? I'm going to get up and walk out of here. I'm kind to old people. Are you crazy? But answer the question, was it a C chord or not?
I have no idea. I knew nothing about piano. But later he gave me great advice. I was nervous at the Garden. I was opening for him. I was solo acoustic. I must have looked terrified, and he saw me in the green. He goes, "What's the matter?" And I was like, he goes, "You look nervous." I'm like, "I am." He goes, "Why?" And I'm like, I finally just kind of flipped out, and I was like, "'Cause you're Neil Young with Crazy Horse, and you have Marshall stacks to the ceiling, and I'm acoustic, and they're gonna murder me, And he got his finger in my face, and he shoved it right at my nose. He goes, "This is just another hash house on the road to success. You get out there and you show them no respect."
Did that ease your mind?
Oh, it was like having orders from the general. I was like, "Sir, yes, sir, no respect, sir."
Yeah, but I get it.
And I went out and I killed it.
Because when Neil Young's with Crazy Horse, that's like one of the greatest combinations on the planet,
amazing.
Those guys. And they kill, and there's a whole band, and he has the security of a band, and you're out there alone. You got to feel vulnerable as hell.
Very. I actually went out and did the quietest song I had, and it was a whisper, and I sang so quietly, almost off the mic, until finally everybody in the garden was like, "Who's that girl, and why is she so quiet?" And
what was
finally,
the song you sang?
I can't remember. I think I say in the book. I want to say it was like Angel Standing By, or I did something that was very off norm and just very quiet. And I got the whole place you could hear a pin drop. It was pretty cool.
Wow.
I mean, all those years of playing in different places and stuff really pay off. When you get to the Garden, you are really prepared in a way. I mean, you just played every single venue.
I had to be a tough performer because it was the height of grunge, and I was literally a folk artist with acoustic guitar, and you had nothing but your wit to try and tame people and get people to be quiet and listen.
Yeah, isn't it amazing you broke through when you did?
Yeah, pretty remarkable.
When you think about it, it probably gives you the chills that you actually broke through.
And a lot of it was because, Dylan mentored me, and like he believed in me when nobody did. My record sold 12 copies, and he was like, "Keep going." Like he'd quote my lyrics to me, and he gave me, he really believed in me. And I was like, if Bob Dylan likes me, I don't care if anybody else does. I'm going to keep going.
The Howard Stern Show.